friends, welcome to Etabs 2016 learning series. In this series, we will learn to model, analyze and create structural drawings of a simple building. I will try to cover as much as in detail in each video of the topic chosen. Without much ado, let's get started into the tutorial. First, run Etabs by clicking on the appropriate desktop shortcut or by selecting Etabs from your Windows Start menu. Currently I'm offline, that is not connected to internet, so Etabs open a blank screen. Otherwise you have seen recent news about the Etabs when first started. As you can all see, all the other tabs are except the file and the help are deemed out. That means you can't use them currently. Okay, so now let's get starting. First step is to define grid for the building you are going to model. So these grid lines act as a guidelines so that you can draw elements like column, beam, slabs, etc. as required. Hence, it is an important step. Now go ahead and click on the File tab. As you click, a set of options will be available to create Etabs file. Open from, fold, open, save. These things are available. At the bottom part, you will see the available recent files if you have any. Right to the some of the options, you will see shortcuts which can also be used to perform some actions, same actions. Okay, so let's see an example first. Click on the new model. This will pop up a window with the options to create model. So let's close it and again try the shortcut. Press Ctrl+ N. This also does the same. In this tutorial, I will not be using many shortcuts as this is the beginner tutorial. I recommend you guys learn shortcuts, use them as much as possible to same time, but only once you master them. So here you can see new pop-up window with the 3 initialization options, each one suited for a specific purpose. The first one is for default step. This means that the definitions and preferences will be initialized, that is, get their initial values for materials, units, section definitions, load patterns and other two from the default EDB file, that is in the same directory as your etabs.exe, that is where the etabs is installed. If the default EDB file does not exist, that is the definitions, you haven't saved your definition preferences, then it will initialize the model with the etabs default. So you can create your default EDB file, that is save your own preferences file that you most commonly click this button and save your precious time. So click our I button, right to these options, shows the description for the option. Second option is to create a model. You have second option is to create the definitions and all the material properties, units from the file. If you already file set up for the client or project, could then be used to install all the models from our project for that particular client. So I recommend you one of those. In coming video I will show how to do that. The third option is the one which we will use for this video. And if you are starting for the first time, I recommend using the third options. If you use this option, then you have to define everything as per your drawing. So let's choose this option. This is recommended if you have create a model with entirely different definitions. Now we have options. So let's go ahead and choose an options from the you can select the units option. There is a US customary, SI, metric SI and metric MKS as per your convenience. For this tutorial I will select SI. Similarly, choose your steel section database depending upon your locality as they differ from country to country. I will choose Indian. Now choose the steel design section for the design, again depending upon your locality and code in practice of your region. So this will be used to design steel members if you have them in your model. For this tutorial I will choose IS 800 2007. Now finally choose design code for concrete, which will be used to design concrete structural elements in your model. I will choose IS 456 2000. Okay, even you don't choose the right ones here, then you have a chance to change them later on, so not a big issue. Like I've said before, click over I button gives you description about the option, as you can see. Now click OK option. This will open another window. Here you can see option 2. Here you can see option to define the data for your grid and the story from the drawing. For this tutorial, I have chosen a simple grid which is uniform and fits perfectly with the uniform grid data option, but still we will use custom grid option to show you how to use it. If you are choosing uniform grid data option, then all the spacing between the grids in a particular direction, that is in each direction, should be uniform. Like all the spacing in x directions are 3 meter spacing, or all the grids in the y directions are 4 meter spacing, then you can use this option. While using this, you need to remember while using this option, you need number of grids in each direction, and the space between them is in the respective direction. If you have 3 bays, then you have 3 plus 1 number of grids. Simple. That's simple. Okay, now similarly you can use the simple story data if all the stories are of equal height, except the base one. Base can be different. Just define a number of typical story data and the base height, and you are done. This is simple. But this particular has options to use the custom story data, and that we will be using in this tutorial. At the bottom you have structural elements you can add with as per your requirement. For this tutorial we will go with the grid only. Now click on the grid data option. Here you can see options for the grid options: name, modifying or viewing the reference planes and points, bubble size adjustment, and most important one, for specifying grid data in both directions, x and y. So you can rename grid as anything you like. If you have to create shear walls with openings or draw some elements not properly aligned with your grid lines, then you can use the reference points and planes options. The bubble size be adjusted depending upon the size of your structural layout to have good visibility. Now finally, get into the grid part, which is divided into x and y. We are using rectangular grid system here. Now finally, get into the grid part, which is divided into x and y. We are using rectangular grid system here. For each direction we have similar option, namely grid ID, ordinate, visibility option, and location of the bubble. So simple. Currently grid data is displayed as ordinate, which can be changed to spacing. Know the things how the ordinate changes to spacing. When you display data as ordinate, then it's actually the coordinate of the points you are specifying, which in case of spacing you just have to know the spacing between the grids. Like if the distance between A and B is 8 meter, then you have to enter that in the row A for the spacing system. Okay, I personally prefer spacing system as it is simple and available in the architectural drawing. You can enter data individually or you can use Excel sheet. I prefer Excel. For large number of grid data, using Excel is quite handy. Let me create a grid data for this tutorial. Once you have data, just copy and paste them. Now the bubbles appear to be overlapping here as I have pasted my data. So let's reduce the size to 900. 700 mm will do. Okay, you can also choose grid color, which is by default gray. After grid data, let's go to the story data now. Choose custom story data, click on the edit data story data. Okay, here you can define the story. Here you can define the stories in the model, modify the story levels, specify the height and elevation of the stories, define base elevation, specify master story, applying similarity among the stories and indicating if this is the splice point or if so. And if so, specifying its height in the selected story from the top of the story below it. You can also choose color for each story. So let's go individually. So for the first is the story column. The levels of the story levels are stored in each cell. These cells, the levels can be renamed. For example, story levels may be labeled at first or 2nd, that is second or etc, whatever you like. The second column is height column, which is the distance from the considered story level to the story level below. Okay, by default the story height of the base level is set to 0 and it cannot be changed. The changes in the height are reflected in the elevation column. The program automatically calculates all the elevations based on the specified story heights, and those calculated elevations cannot be changed and are for information only. So the next one is the master. We have finished the elevation, height and elevation. So now we are going for the master story column. So let's understand master story column. When you choose yes in the master story column, the associated story, that is the story in the row, becomes a master story. A master story cannot be similar to other stories, but the other stories can be similar to it. Here you can see it in the video how the options change. Okay, and what are the similar to story? So similar to column means it indicates if the story is similar to any other story. Further, it can be used for the drawing and assignments and selection process. When we are working plan view, this I will show you in the video, and we will use it. Let's right click on the our story 1, and you will see the options to copy paste, add a story, and set the names to default. I am interested to add a plinth level, as for the tutorial I have considered plinth level at 300 mm from the ground level. So let's add a story over base level. Here we have two options for adding story: keeping adjusting height or keeping the existing elevation. If first is chosen, then the program automatically calculates the elevation using the specified height. Okay, the height you specify. If you use the second and specify the elevation, then if the elevation is specified for the added story is less than the elevation of the existing top story you have over it, then the program will adjust the height of the top story. This height can then be readjusted as needed. So don't worry, I'm choosing the first option. The data from form is displayed when I choose the first option. Specify the height and the number of the stories you have to add. Then choose the story about which you want to add new story, and choose if you want to replicate any particular story to that one. So this option comes in handy when you have to add a story after the change in number of a story by client, or as per the drawing requirements later on in the project. Okay, so I am choosing none for this now, and press OK. Here you can see the added story above the base. Now let me change the level and height for each story. You can see how elevation automatically updates. Let me keep the first story as master story and second and third similar to it. The one thing I left here to introduce is the splice. You cannot have full length of the rebar which goes from the foundation to top story, so ultimately you have to splice them in the appropriate location as per the code requirements. So this is used to create a structural detailing and calculation for rebar in Etabs, as detailing is at such places differ and also affect the amount of the rebar used. If you select a particular story like 3st, that is if yes is selected in the story 3_st. The splice occur at the specified height between the 3st and the 2st. Okay, so also you have also you can set the color for each individual story used to convey certain things. Now click on and now just click OK and you will be taken back to the story definition option. Now again click OK and the Etabs will open three windows by default, namely Model Explorer, Plan View and 3D View. It also depends upon your settings. However, you can customize them. Okay. You can see the plan view showing story name and elevation here. The Model Explorer has further tabs into it. Okay, this much for this video. In the next video we will do the material definitions, section definitions, and all sort of things we need to do for. Okay, so if you like this video, then please like, share, subscribe, and if you have any suggestions for this video, you can just write in the comment below, so I will try and resolve them.